Top 10 tips for career progression. Hello and welcome back. So we are in episode number 4. இது வந்து நான் என்னோட டீம்ஸுக்கும் நான் இதுதான் I keep saying in their orientation, and that's the same content what I am sharing it with our audience as well. என்னோட situationல சொன்னா ஒரு recruiter opportunity, ஒரு sales opportunity கிடைச்சது. It's a sales team's job to go and sell. But that's not the truth. It's a myth. If you have to start talking about the company, you need to know very well about what your company does. Please welcome. Hello, vanakkam, and welcome back. Very, very important. Be the best salesman ever. The top 10 tips, இது வந்து நான் என்னோட டீம்ஸுக்கும் நான் இதுதான் I keep saying in their orientation, and that's the same content what I am sharing it with our audience as well. So, be the best salesman ever. அப்படின்னா what is the idea behind it? பெரும்பாலும் என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா, நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு சேல்ஸ் ஃபங்க்ஷனில் இருக்கலாம், ரெக்ரூட்டிங் ஃபங்க்ஷனில் இருக்கலாம், ஹெச்ஆர் ஃபங்க்ஷனில் இருக்கலாம், ஃபைனான்ஸ், யூ கேன் பி இன் எனி டிபார்ட்மெண்ட், இன் மார்க்கெட்டிங், வாட் எவர் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட். A lot of people think ஒரு கம்பெனியை வந்து சேல்ஸ் பீப்புள் ஆர் த ஒன்ஸ் who should be actually presenting it to the customer and talking about sales. It's a sales team's job to go and sell. But that's not the truth. It's a myth. Every individual, whether you work for a small company or a big company, every individual in the organization is responsible to sell. Okay, you are actually doing a sales job. Let me prove it to you. எப்படின்னா, you are in a HR role. நீங்கள் வந்து your candidate பேசிட்டு இருக்கீங்க, and the candidate says, hey, tell me more about the company. Alright? And உங்கள் கம்பெனியை பற்றி கொஞ்சம் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ண முடியுமா அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கேட்குறாங்க. Then what do? You start talking about the company. So, if you have to start talking about the company, you need to know very well about what your company does. So, you are in a sales job. You are in an HR role, but you are actually in a sales job. All right? Similarly, when you talk about a finance role, you are in a finance team. Finance team, there is a supplier who's calling you, and he says, hey, because I want to become a supplier to your firm, but tell me more about your firm. You have to go and talk about which company you work for, unga company enna pannudhu, what is your capability, the length and breadth of it, you have to talk about it, right? So, whether you are in a sales, marketing, finance, this, that, any job what you are in, you are actually doing a sales job. I'll talk through this in my own story. So, ennoda situation la enna aachunu solli, I went to the US, and this is in 97. நான் எந்த கம்பெனியில் வேலை செஞ்சுட்டு இருந்தேன்னா இந்தியாவில் they had extended me an opportunity to come and work in the US. So I came to the US and I was there for about 6 months, and then the 6 monthsல வந்து I had to go back to India to do some work to set up something in India. So அப்போ வந்து இந்தியாவுக்கு போனப்போ வந்து நான் வந்து when I was working in the US, I was surrounded by sales team because I was working as a recruiter. பெரும்பாலும் வந்து all the sales people are talking, they are actually talking to the customers, so I'm hearing all these conversations, how they are pitching, எப்படி வந்து கஸ்டமர் கிட்ட வந்து அந்த கம்பெனியை எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றாங்க and all that. I was always surrounded by the sales people. So when I had come to India, one of my friends told me, hey, there is a bank here in Chennai and they are looking for this particular technology, right? And at that time, PeopleSoft are very popular, and they said, hey, this company is looking for technology expertise specifically in PeopleSoft. Immediately, I jumped onto this opportunity. Ennoda vela enna, my job is a recruiter's job. But I asked that friend, hey, can you introduce me to that customer? He introduced me to that customer. Now, immediately, I called up our US office and I told them that, hey, there is an opportunity in India and they are looking for this technology expertise. அவங்க என்ன சொன்னாங்கன்னா, அந்த டைமில் வந்து there was not a lot of back and forth. There was not a lot of travel. People generally fly in immediately from the US and things like that. So, they said, hey, you know what, I don't think we would be in a position to do anything in terms of coming to India or doing this pitch. That's all they said. I said, you know what, I will take it on myself and I will go ahead and pitch it in. Immediately, I got the sales collateral from them. I went ahead. Physically, I still remember back in 97, the floppy disk எல்லாம் போட்டு presentation, ஒரு கம்ப்யூட்டர் எல்லாம் எடுத்துட்டு போய் I was presenting to that particular customer. என்னோட ரோல் வந்து recruiter role. But immediately I switched gears and took on a sales role and went to pitch to this particular customer. I want you to think, how is it that you switch gears? Most importantly, knowing the company so very well is so important if you need to have career progression. How do you get to know more about the company? Just getting to know more about the website. In the sense that everything is there on your website, on the company's website. Get to know what is the company's background. When did it start? How many people are there? What are the revenues? Lead more about the company. What are the various different services? Enna services provide பண்றாங்க. Okay, you can read it through the sales material, the marketing collaterals. ஒரு சின்ன கம்பெனினா marketing collateral, sales collateral. If it is a large company, publicly available reports, like there are 10K reports, quarterly year-end call, quarterly earnings call வந்து anybody can join, the public can join. உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு கம்பெனி உங்களுக்கு ரிலையன்ஸை பற்றி ஏதாவது தெரிஞ்சுக்கணுன்னா அவங்களோட குவார்ட்டர் எண்ட் ரிசல்ட் இருக்கும். யூ கேன் ஜஸ்ட் கால் இன் அண்ட் யூ கேன் டயல் தட் நம்பர் அண்ட் யூ கேன் லிசன் டு த குவார்ட்டர்லி இயர் அண்ட் ரிப்போர்ட். லிசன் டு தட். Alright, that is how you would be well prepared. Follow on LinkedIn, follow their social channels. LinkedInல இருந்து உங்களுக்கு நிறைய அப்டேட்ஸ் கிடைக்கும், கம்பெனி என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்கன்னு சொல்லி. The best way to become the best salesman for the company is by reading more about what the company does. I've also seen this. In the everyday walk of life and what I do, I interview so many people, and yet senior level people or junior level people, when they are invited for the interview, when I'm interviewing them, the best part is, or the saddest part is, I'll ask them, hey, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you know about VDOT? They'll say, I did not do enough research. I have got 4-5 bullets they'll talk about. That itself is a big no-no for me. There is no curiosity for the candidate. They just don't know what the company is. Immediately I shut my doors. I say, hey, this is not a candidate who I really want to go for because they haven't done enough research about the company. So when you go in for a particular interview, make sure that you are reading enough about the company. At the same time, when you join the company, continue to work on it and make sure that you know everything within the organization to become the best salesman ever. Now, when you have opportunities, இது மாதிரி opportunity கிடைக்கும். எப்படின்னா என்னோட சிச்சுவேஷனில் சொன்னால் ஒரு ரெக்ரூட்டர் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி, ஒரு சேல்ஸ் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கிடைச்சதுன்னு சொல்லி நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு கேண்டிடேட்டை பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கீங்க and there is a sales opportunity, take that to the leadership and tell them, hey, you know what? I was able to get this particular opportunity. That is a way to really stand out, and it immediately positions you in the limelight within the leadership. They are able to spot you, as a result of which you will have career progression. Most importantly, being the best salesman ever, what you need to have is a hunter mindset. You got to see where the opportunity is and seize that opportunity. But if you see that opportunity, the only way you can seize that opportunity is by knowing a lot of information about the company. All right? So I hope you turn out to be the best salesman or the best saleswoman in your organizations, wherever you're working. If you like this content, please go ahead and comment, like, share, subscribe. Share it with your friends and family, anybody whom you can create an impact for. For the time what you've invested in watching this video, I am forever grateful. All right? Thank you and hope you liked it.